Okay, so what I got is, see that light right there? It's parked. Okay, so reverse work fine, and work fine. The drive lights warning is off. It's not working. Okay, so to replace that light bulb right there, the shift light bulb, the drive one, I have to remove this whole panel. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lower this the steering column by pressing down that level right there, and as you can see, it lowered down, so when you slide this out, it's easy. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this left panel right here. Okay, so I put my hand inside here like so, and basically I just pull them straight out like that. Okay, and then you go on top. When you snap it out, this upper part kind of like, you know, to me, I can reach my finger in there, but if not, then you can use a, you know, prying tool like that to help you out. Okay, but for me, I can fit my finger in there, so it's easy for me. I just pull this out, work your way all the way around like so. Okay, and this thing should slide right out. Now I don't have to unplug anything on this side, because I just pull this panel to get access to this bolt, this screw, and this one right here. This one right here. Okay, so I just gonna leave this hanging like that. Then the next thing that I'm gonna do is to move this panel out of the way. So the way I do it is I put my finger in this slot right there. Okay, now it's enough for me to fit my finger, and basically I put it in there and I just pull them out. Oh, look at that. Okay, this whole thing popped out. Now what you want to do is you see this it's called passenger airbag switch right here. Okay, so there's a green button here. You just push it in and wiggle it a little bit and pull them out like that. Okay, once you got that corner out, as you can see, you can pretty much move this out of the way, because you want to get access to you know, those two bolts right there, and then you got two more on the right side. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one here, 5 and 6. Okay, with the regular Phillips screwdriver. Okay, like the one right this. You know, you can use a short one too, but these are easy if you use a regular one. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause my camera. I'm gonna remove the six Phillips screw. So there is the 6th screw of this run along this bottom panel here. For this one right here, right where your steering column is, you have to push your turn signal down so your screwdriver can get in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two top one over here with the short screwdriver. Okay, so it's pretty easy. I'm going to take the 2 screw out. Okay, so you got total of 8 screw. It looked like it's a Phillips size, same length, same type. Okay, all 8 screw on the odometer panel here. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this part right here where the clock is at. Okay, so all that have to come out. Let me see. Okay, I can easily put my finger underneath here, and I just pull them out like so, and then walk my way walk my way. Now I'm doing this with one hand, so you know it's easy with two. Okay, and now you can see the whole thing start to slide out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this clock. Okay, so reaching back here. Okay, so for the clock, there's a button right there in the center. You just push it, wiggle the wire a little bit, and pull them out. Okay, like so. And then on this one, I just switch my hand here, use my left hand, press right there where the button right here in the center. Yeah, just press in the center. Okay, you press down in the center and then you just wiggle your way out there. Okay, so that's the hazard light. This one right here, and the other one is a clock. Okay, now you should be able to slide this whole thing out like so. Okay, leave this on the side of the seat. Okay, so now what leave is this odometer bracket here, or the whole panel here. So I see one screw right there, one on that side, and then two on top, one right there and one right there. So I'm going to remove these. Okay, the two top one, I'm going to need a short Phillips. Okay, pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the four screw that hold this panel in there. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so this is how I line up the 6 on the bottom, the 2 on top for this outer panel, and then the inner one you got 2 on the bottom and 2 on top. I arranged it that way so it's easy for me. Same Phillips screw and same size. Okay, so next thing is this thing gonna slide out. Okay, you see that guide pin right here, one on each side. Okay, that plastic guide pin. So basically what you want to do is slightly move this forward toward you, and once it clear that guide pin, okay, and you pretty much can okay, you see this latch up there kind of stuck. There you go. Okay, once you clear the guide pin and the bracket up here, you just flip it down like that. Okay, now you just take these 3 connect out. Okay, they are not the same size, so it's not switchable. All you do is push the button in the center here and just pull them out, or wiggle it out. Okay, so push it in and wiggle it out like so. So I'm going to do that to both all 3 of these. Okay, so once you have these disconnected, next thing you want to do is slide this forward, and it should come out, you know, underneath your steering wheel like that. Okay, so that is the front view of it, and this is the back view of it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this one out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lose these wire out. Okay, I'm gonna lose this wire out, and basically this one here, you just twist them and then you pull them out. There's a light bulb. Okay, because now I have to take this curve out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some on my lap. And put this thing on my lap, okay? Because after you got this out, just get that out of the way, like so. And now I have to unclip these things, okay? So these right here, basically I use my fingernail, or you can use a small screwdriver, just pry it up, like so, okay? And slowly do it. You got 3 on top, and then 2 on the side here. Okay, you're slowly doing it. Remember, I do this one hand because The other one hold the camera. And then on this bottom here is a little hard because the tap here, you can't get your, well, I didn't get a finger to that one. Let me see if I can do it on the left side here. Yeah, I can get my finger underneath and pry it out. And then you got these two middle inside here. So this is where a flat screwdriver come in handy. Okay, what I have here is a prying tool. Okay, just put it underneath there and just pry it up like so. Like that, okay? Just pry it up. And now this whole back assembly should lift out. And underneath there, there's just plastic, okay? So here you got, okay, so you got this wire here with the light bulb on it. And, okay, there you see on my left side, this one is different color, it's blue and white, that's what it labeled. And then you got another one right here, look like it's the same type of connector. And then you got this one right here, one of the big one, and then the one that I just disconnected go right there. Then underneath side there's 4, 5, and then 6, 7. So got a whole bunch of light back here, okay? But bad thing about this is the driving light is on the other side of the circuit board, so you have to take the circuit board out, okay? So to do that, what you need to take is these 8 tap, okay? These 8 tap right here. You got 1, 2, okay? And then, let's see if I can see it on my camera. So the way to tell is this hole and then the 4 connector right here. Okay, so this is another one. The one right there, and then all the way around. So total of 8 of them, okay? 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each one has 2. So what I do is I use the plastic prying tool, or you can use a screwdriver, but be careful because you deal with circuit board and you don't want to scratch anything. So for me, it's safer if I use this. Okay, so basically, I just gonna push this tab into it, stay in the middle of that hole right there, because right now the tab is, you know, it's kind of like bended inward. Come on, camera. Yeah, because the tab is kind of like bending inward, and that's what holds this circuit board. So what I do, I'm gonna push this out. Okay, I'm gonna put down my camera and do that to all 4 of these things before I can take this circuit board out. Okay, so once I have it bent outward, basically what I do is I put my my finger right here where the hole is, and then I use this to bend it out. Okay, reason I use plastic so I don't, if I accidentally scratch on something, it's not going to damage the circuit board. So I do that to all 4 of these, and now I should be able to wiggle this out of here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little pry. You see how that thing come up? Okay, and okay, right here in the center, you see this plastic tap right there? Okay, you have to like push it down on this and gently lift this out. Okay, because there you go. You see how that tap right there? If I push it down, it's kind of like hold onto the board. So I push down on it. Okay, I push that tap so it cleared the board, and then I just put my finger on top there, kind of like lift this out like so. Okay, and then work my way around. Okay, work my way around. Don't try to force anything, because this circuit board is very delicate. So make sure that thing come out. I'm gonna put my camera down, and like what I do, I'm gonna use a prying tool, and I'm gonna pry the bottom one so the circuit board come out evenly. Okay, so once I have that plastic one clear, basically I just use my finger to lift it up on that side, And on the bottom side, I use a plastic prying tool and pry it out from that edge right there all the way around. And then on this last one, I just put it right there, and I just pry it up. So this thing looks like it's clear moving out. I'm just gonna lift it right out of there, like so. Okay. Now here are the lights. Okay, so on here it gave me 7 lights. Okay, and my transmission only used 4 because I can't put it under these the last 3. Okay, okay, so I put a cap there, and I put that thing on top of the dashboard. I put a cap there on my lap so I can set, I don't want anything touching the other side of the circuit, so I just set like that on top of my lap here. And so if you look real closely to this, you can see the letter on the side say P R N, and then D4, and then D3, and then the last 2 it's not even labeled. So the one I'm after is this D4 right here. Okay, so what I do is I'm gonna yank this out. So I just kind of like wiggle it out, look like that. Now because of this light bulb doesn't look like it's burnt out, so I'm gonna test to find out what's going on. Okay, so I set that aside, and what I'm using is this tester that I got it free from Harbor Freight. Sometimes they give you a coupon, you buy something, they give it to you for free. Okay, so what I did is I took that D4, which is a drive light, out, and I just put it on this because it's kind of like fit on there perfectly, like so. Okay, so I just set it to read continuity. So basically, when I touch these 2 probes together, you see the number jump. It indicates it's complete circuits. Okay, so what I do now is I go down to the 2 connector on the bulb. Just a camera. Okay, so I touch the 2 probe, and the thing is, the meter you see on top of the screen here is not jumping. So they're telling me that this light bulb is bad. Okay, so let's test out the new one. Right, so this is the bad light bulb right here. So I'm just gonna leave it right there on top of the hat there. Now I bought these 4 for about 11 bucks on eBay. If you buy the original one from Honda, it's $10 a piece. This one here I get 4 for about 11 bucks. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this new one on that hole there. It just fit perfectly on that hole, and I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Now the reason I do this because I couldn't tell if that bulb burned out. Okay, so this is the way you do it. As you see, when I touch it, it's jumping. Okay, that means it's complete the circuit. Okay, so that now I'm confident that this one is burned out. Okay, yeah, one of those where you fix it and man, everything look good, and it make you wonder. Okay, so now I know this one is good, so I'm going to put it back. And so the way you put it back, you see the 2 connector right there. You have to line it up with the hole on the back here. Okay, and then slide this in like so. Okay, lined it and slide it in like so. Okay, because I touched these bulbs with my finger, so what I'm going to do now, see, I don't like to wear gloves because I'm one of those guys. I have to feel it. Okay, but if you run into this situation, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go take some alcohol and cotton swab and start cleaning them. Okay, because you don't want fingerprint on there. I was told to shorten the light bulb. I guess because the grease on your hand got on there and it's created a hot spot, I guess. Okay, so basically what I use is some alcohol with a Q-tip, and I'm just gonna try to, I call this evident eraser. Okay. Don't leave your finger mark behind. Okay. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do this to all of the light bulb that I see up here, just in case I accidentally touch them. Try to erase all my fingerprint, and I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. Okay. And I'm gonna set this aside now, and put this thing back on my lap, and let's put the circuit board back in. So now the light gonna face, this side here. Okay. So what I do, on the circuit board, I always hold on the side. Just line everything up and slide it in. Okay, that thing in, and remember that these tab have to come down. Then the center one, same thing. Okay, I push the center down, and that would hold it in place. And then on this side, same thing. As you see, the tab is look like it's engaged. Look like it's fit in the socket. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this and slowly try to, try to bend it inward. Okay, so I'm going to put my camera down. I'm going to do all that. Make sure I got it down. Okay, so once I got it in and press all the tab, inward. So the way I do is I hold my finger right there. I press it down, and then I use this tool and I just flip it in. Okay, so then after that I go through using a Q-tip with the alcohol, and I clean these contact up. Okay, where I put my fingers at. After you've done that, now what you want to do is put this thing back in. So align everything in. Remember the clip going on the outside. Okay, so after you aligned it in, just press it down. I'm doing the 3 on top first, and then I'm getting the bottom one. Okay, should be able to snap it in. Okay, really simple. Snap the side in, and there you go. Okay, all of them snap in. So, and then the last thing you want to do is reinstall this wire back to the channel or the guide, rail guide right there. Okay, so what I do now is I just install this bulb in, right? Basically, you put it in, and then you twist it. Okay, you put it in, and then you twist it. Where you twist it, see these lines right here? Okay, when you twist it, this socket needs to align where these alignment hole is at, like that. Okay, and that's it. This thing ready to go back in. After you put this last wire through this guide, the reason I leave this out, that way it gives me a little slack to work with when I twist that socket. Okay, so just slide this in like so. Now, this thing is good to go. And what I do with this is I'm going to put this on a side like so it's out of the way. So when I slide this in, okay, go underneath the steering wheel like so. Okay, and make sure the wire is go where it's supposed to be, on top, right above that green pin, and just work your way and slide this thing inward. Okay, remember it's got the 2 guide pin. So what I do now is I'm gonna place it in like that. I'm gonna plug these thing in, okay, so the wire won't get in the way. So these, make sure it's snapped in. Make sure you hear it's snapped. Okay, just like you go to a chiropractor, right? Guide it in, snap like that. Okay, just like the chiropractor. Then you just guide this thing in, like so. Remember, it's got the guide pin, one on each corner on the bottom there. As you can see, it's the guide pin right there. Just guide it in, and once you got that in, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the 4 screw, right? Reinstall it on this bracket here, on this black bracket. 1, 2 on top, and 2 on the bottom. Okay, so after you install the 4 screws, just remember the 2 on top, you need to use a short screwdriver, okay? 2 on the bottom is a regular screwdriver. So next thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this in. And the way it's going in is, once again, it go underneath the steering wheel, like so. Okay, and all you do now, you just have to align the air duct. Leave it like that, and now what you want to do is you want to connect the clock. Okay, so for the clock, the connector is really simple. You got one for the hazard light. It's go right there, and then for the clock, you remember the button, the push button is facing up, okay? And just plug it in. It should snap in. And then after that, now what you want to do, you pretty much down the home run stretch. So all you do is just line everything up and line all your screw hole up. See, this side look like go in nicely. Okay, after you got the clock and the hazard light plug in, pay attention to this part up here on top of the steering wheel. You see that gap right there? So the way you do it is you have to push in, all right? You have to push up on this. So that part right there are gonna go right in the lips of this cover. So you just use your thumb or your finger. Of course, it's easy with 2 hands, right? So you push this black thing up and then you slice it in, okay? Otherwise, you don't do it. It's gonna show that gap right there, okay? So I'm gonna put my camera down, and that's what I'm gonna do. There it is, okay? It's fit perfectly. Because if you don't do this, what happens is you're gonna have a gap up here. Then after that, you slide everything back in, and all the bolt holes should be lined up. You actually, you actually can start the screw. I'm sorry, I keep calling them bolt. Okay, so now what you want to do is put the screw back. Okay, so I'm going ahead and put total of 8. Remember, 6 on the bottom and 2 on top. Okay, I'm going to put the screw back. All right, so after you got all the screw in, see, all the screw is gone. So that's a good feeling, right? So now what you want to do for this panel here, don't forget to reconnect the airbag sensor. Okay, and after that you slice it in. Now you just want to guide this thing, so like so, and then just give it a little push, because these are held by clip. Okay, so there it is. Okay, that panel is in. Then the last one, because I didn't unplug any of these, you just line them in like so and just push them in. Okay, and that's it. Now the last thing is to test this thing. All right, so I'm gonna put my key in, start it up. You see the light just came on. Let's see. Start the engine. Okay. Seatbelt lights on because I don't have my seatbelt on. Okay, so reverse, neutral. There it is, drive. Okay. Now last thing you need to do is lock your steering wheel. Okay, so lock it to the way that you would drive it. Okay, I like mine all the way up like that. So just lock your steering wheel. Okay, so this repair is successful. Okay, like I say, I spend about 11, 12, you know, probably under $13 for the lights that I bought. All 4 of them. I only use one. Okay, very easy thing to do, and I hope this video helped you out, and you know, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.